Let us explore cervical neck pain, which spreads to the shoulders. Cervical radiculopathy occurs when a nerve in the neck becomes compressed or irritated, usually by a herniated disc. As the spinal discs age, they can weaken, bulge, or rupture, allowing the soft inner material to press on a nearby nerve. Look at how it herniates and presses on this nerve. This often causes pain, numbness, tingling, or weakness that radiates from the neck into the shoulder, arm, or hand. The condition is most common in middle-aged and older adults and most often affects the C6 and C7 level of the neck. This is what C7 looks like. This blue-colored area is the spinal cord passing through C7, and this one is the C7 posterior root of the left spinal nerve. And this area is the C7 anterior ramus of the left spinal nerve. Anterior cervical discectomy and fusion is a surgery used to treat conditions such as a herniated disc in the neck. The surgeon makes a small incision on the front of the neck and opens it up wide enough using a retractor instrument. With a great deal of care, the surgeon then gently moves nearby muscles, blood vessels, the windpipe, and the esophagus aside to reach the cervical spine safely. After identifying the affected vertebrae, temporary distraction screws are placed to gently separate the bones, creating enough space to clearly see and remove the damaged disc. Then the vertebrae are gently separated. The surgeon opens the outer layer of the damaged disc and removes the soft inner disc material using specialized instruments called curettes. The remaining annulus fibrosus is then removed using specialized instruments called Rongeurs, which grasp and remove the tissue to fully clear the intervertebral disc space. The empty disc space is prepared for the bone graft by using a specialized surgical burr to shape the surfaces of the adjacent vertebrae. This removes the outer layer of bone and exposes healthy bone underneath, creating a better surface for the graft to fuse the vertebrae together during healing. The empty disc space is filled with either a bone graft or a PEEK cage to promote fusion between the vertebrae. The implant is carefully placed to ensure proper fit, alignment, and stability. The distraction screws are then removed, and a metal plate is secured to the front of the vertebrae with screws to hold the implant in place and provide stability while the bones gradually fuse together. The retractors are removed and the skin incision is closed with sutures. A sterile dressing is applied to protect the wound and promote proper healing while minimizing scarring.